Welcome to the Amnayalife Podcast. Today we will talk about the silent pain of falling behind more confident peers, how comparing ourselves in English makes us feel less than, and how to finally break the cycle and rebuild true confidence. I'm your host, Jack Smith, and I'm here with佩芸, who has an incredible story to share about her English learning journey.佩芸, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you, Jack. I'm so happy to be here. For the longest time, I felt like I was always playing catch up, no matter how hard I worked. I could never keep up with those classmates who just sounded fluent as and honestly, it made me want to give up sometimes. I hope my story helps listeners who might feel the same.
This kind of comparison is honestly everywhere, especially in Taiwan. You can study for years, pass all the tests, then in one group discussion, someone else seems to speak so smoothly and suddenly you feel like you're in the wrong place. Why do you think these comparisons hurt so much more in English than in other subjects?
It's because a language isn't just about knowledge, it's about expression. When you see others speaking freely, you start questioning your own value, your intelligence, or your worthiness. In university, I'd be in class feeling confident about the reading, but once group work started, the show-offs would take over, talking fast and even joking in English. The teachers praised them, and I just felt invisible. The worst part was thinking, maybe I'll never get there.
What's interesting about that is confidence gets mistaken for competence, so the people who speak up more, even if their English isn't perfect, get noticed, while quieter students get left behind.
Exactly. I used to rely on top grades to feel worthwhile, but spoken English exposed a part of me I didn't know how to fix. Seeing others improve faster just made me feel stuck.
And over time, those comparisons chip away not just at your language, but at your self-esteem too.
Yes, I'd go home thinking, why bother trying if I'll always be behind?
It's a tough cycle and so common, but it's one you can break. Today, we'll dig into how佩芸finally found her own way out.
I hope people listening know change is always possible.
Before we dive deeper into佩芸's story, I want to let you know, if you're struggling with the same challenges we're talking about today, there's a free class I've created that breaks down the real reasons blocking your English fluency. You can find the link in the episode description. It's going to show you exactly how to remove these blocks. Okay,佩芸, let's get into your story.
Sounds good, Jack. So, my story starts at NTU in Taipei during my second year. I'd always done well in English until we started this course called Global Issues, taught entirely in English. Suddenly, I was in a group with 3 classmates who had lived abroad. The first time we had a discussion, they spoke so quickly, sometimes mixing in slang and cultural references I didn't understand. Everyone laughed and connected, but I just smiled and nodded, feeling invisible. I wrote my ideas on paper, but when it came to sharing aloud, my brain went blank.
That's such a vivid image. You're not lost because of ability, you're locked out by insecurity. And the faster people go, the less space you feel to join in.
Exactly. The teacher would say, does anyone else have something to add? But inside, I felt there was no point. Even if I did speak, it sounded so slow and stiff compared to them. My mind kept replaying. They think I'm dumb. Why can't I be like them?
What's interesting is, the more we compare with others, the less we compare with where we started. We lose track of our own real progress.
That's so true. I used to compare myself only to who I was yesterday, but being in those groups rewired my brain. It made me focus on their strengths, not mine,
And that creates a gap in your confidence that gets wider the more you focus outward instead of inward.
Yes, eventually it started affecting my motivation. I dreaded group activities. I even considered switching to a different major where English wasn't required.
That's the real danger. Comparison doesn't just block language, it blocks your dreams, your ambition, your willingness to even try.
Absolutely. I reached a breaking point after one oral presentation. My classmates got all the praise, and when I finished, there was silence. I went home and cried, thinking, why am I never good enough?
Was there a particular moment or conversation that helped you start to turn this around?
Yes. My older sister called that night, and I just broke down. She said,佩芸, you know you used to be afraid of making a phone call in English, and now you're giving presentations. You keep forgetting how far you've come. that made me pause. I realized I needed to see my growth, not just compare to others.
That's such an important shift, seeing your own journey instead of someone else's highlight reel.
Yes, I started keeping a journal of every win, even small things like volunteering to summarize a discussion or asking a spontaneous question. I learned to celebrate progress.
That mindset switch, measuring progress against your starting point, is a game changer.
It didn't happen overnight, but slowly I started to relax. I stopped trying to sound like my classmates and focused on expressing my real thoughts. I also realized that sometimes the loudest person isn't the best communicator. Teachers and friends actually appreciated my listening and clear explanations.
That's something I see in so many successful learners. The ones who grow the most are the ones who are kindest to themselves along the way.
I agree. Comparing less gave my confidence space to grow.
For listeners who might relate, can you share 3 specific steps that helped you break the comparison cycle and rebuild your confidence?
Absolutely. First, start a personal win journal. Each day or week, write down one thing you did in English that felt brave or new for you, no matter how small.
That's powerful because it trains your mind to see your own growth rather than always measuring against others.
Exactly. Second, celebrate quiet strengths. I realized being a good listener or explaining things clearly is also valuable, even if I'm not the fastest speaker.
That's so important. Confidence comes in many forms, not just speed or flashiness.
Third, share your struggles with others. I joined a group of classmates who weren't the fluent ones, and we practiced together. It helped me see everyone has weaknesses and strengths.
Building a supportive circle takes the pressure off and lets you be more authentic.
Yes, and over time, that honesty helped me grow even faster.
Pei-yun, your journey is a true reminder. Growth means looking at your own path, not just the paths of others. Real confidence is about celebrating your story and your voice, no matter how it sounds.
Yeah, thank you, Jack. If anyone listening feels behind, just remember you're still moving forward. Your value doesn't depend on how you compare, but how you keep going.
Imagine a whole classroom where every student stops comparing and starts collaborating. How much more would everyone learn and enjoy?
That would change everything. Less judgment, more encouragement. Who wouldn't improve in that kind of environment?
Your journey is proof that with the right mindset, your quiet progress is just as powerful as anyone else's fluent moments.
Thank you. I wish that hope for every listener, too.
Pei-yun, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story with us. I know our listeners are going to find so much value in what you've shared.
Thank you for having me, Jack. I hope my experience helps someone out there.
I'm sure it will. And everyone listening, if you want to discover the real reasons that are blocking you from speaking English fluently, click the link in this episode to watch a free class that will show you how to remove these blocks.